Okay, so I made this video and it's basically tagged. But there's, I think, a real valuable part in it, which is where I show how to do the TextMesh Pro, supporting multiple types of characters. I mean, Japanese characters, Chinese characters, Thai characters, etc. So I was thinking just cutting the part and just make a separate video with, because I think it's quite important. If you want the full video about localization and this TextMesh Pro part, then the video is going to be linked in the description. I hope you find this useful. Enjoy. So obviously there's a few languages that doesn't have the Latin letters. So if I set it to Japanese, you got these symbols, and this symbol is the standard symbol for missing characters. So yeah, what can we do with it? So the issue is, if we want to set a different font asset based on the language code, it's going to take a tremendous amount of time to code that, select all of that. It's really difficult, but luckily TextMesh Pro has an amazing feature, and that's called fallback fonts. So on this font, for example, I can set up different fallback fonts. So if it doesn't find it in the original font assets, then it will look for in the fallback fonts. So I'm just going to create a folder for fonts. And this is the last section for this video. I already downloaded it somewhere. So Noto Sans Japanese, this one. So yeah, Japanese, Korean. I'm just gonna get the medium, regular from all the font assets. So this is the Chinese, simplified Chinese, Japanese, regular, Korean, static, regular, and Thai, medium, regular. Okay. So we have these font assets, but right now it's completely unusable. So to demonstrate what we are going to do here is just going to press play. We are going to use the Japanese language for demonstration. So set it to Japanese, and if I try to write, the normal letters working just fine. But if I get to the localized string, I get any Japanese string. Sorry, I'm just going to copy these two just here and just the values. So this one, if I paste it here, you get the same characters, so we can't use it. What we need to do with these fonts, we need to create font assets, and you can do it in Window, TextMesh Pro, and Font Asset Creator. I'm just going to drag this Japanese one here, and okay, for the sizes, what I found is 90 by 9 is just working perfectly. Really nice, really crisp. So I would recommend using it. For packing method, I would choose optimum. And just really important, it's not percentage, it's pixel. So set the pixel. Atlas resolution, right now I'm just gonna set it to a small one just for demonstration. And for the character set, you can set it to custom characters. So in here, I can actually paste it. So I will have these 3 characters now as baked. So generate this font atlas and edit created it, save, and I'm just going to save it to this font folder. This is the font asset here. Okay, so if you're going back here and select this latter, so this font asset, you could set the fallback fonts here, but actually you can make a completely global fallback font, because if we are using this version, but then later on you want this one and you change it, then you have to set up the fallback fonts all over again. But if you just look for the TMP settings, this is a scriptable object in Assets, TextMesh Pro resources. So in the TMP settings, you can set these global fallback fonts. So for here, I'm just going to add this Noto Sans regular. And now if I press play, go in here and paste it, voila, it works. But it's really important, this font asset is static. So if I press start and selecting a different one, and paste it here, again, it's not working. Why is that? So because in the font atlas, we just have these 3 characters. If I add it here and generate the font atlas and then save it, press play again. And now if I paste these, it's working. But again, new characters, not working. So the solution for that is actually pretty simple. Is select all these text, copy it, go into the font creator and just paste it. And then generate font atlas. In this case, it's really important to check out if all of them fits, because there could be some cases, some of them are missing and it will be a missing character. So just remember to increase the atlas resolution if it looks like it's going to be crowded and it won't fit. But in this case, it does fit. And now I changed it to Japanese. All of the text is just working, except this bit what we are handling that in code. So, but again, the previous issue. So again, right now I can paste any of these symbols. It will work, but let's say translate from English to Japanese and Google translate. Hopefully these are not going to be found in there. So if I paste this, see, missing 2 characters. Okay, so these 2 characters are not in the static font atlas. Again, what can we do? Well, this one is a really cool idea. You can set it to dynamic, and the dynamic is going to generate all of the fonts. What the font asset has, it can reach all of the fonts. So I'm just going to duplicate it. I'm going to call it dynamic. So what you need to do is set it to dynamic. Really important to match the sampling point size and the padding while you had in the atlas. So 90 and 9. So it's very important. Atlas width, at this point, it doesn't really matter. So I just set it to small one, but you should enable the multi-atlas textures and apply. And what it will do is whenever we use it, it's just going to create multiple atlases if it's running out from the atlas width and height. So that's really important. And now the original font asset, we can set just this simple individual one as a fallback. And now if we press play, and I'm going to copy this again if I don't have anything. So start, set it to Japanese and paste it, and voila, those 2 are there. Now, the question is valid. Why would I even use the static one if we can use just the dynamic? And you are absolutely right. But this one, the dynamic one, is actually using quite a resources. So whenever you start your game and changing the local, it just have to go through each individual character in your whole scene and finding the matching one. So instead of that, for your static ones, what you already know what it looks like, just use the static one and just bake all the characters. So if we use that one, and whenever it's running out, it's gonna go to the dynamic one. So in our case, when we are typing, you have some typing stuff in it. So yeah, that's basically it. And from this on, actually, in this case, I did miss out one thing. If I go into the Atlas texture, and I haven't added this Japanese here. Just gonna paste it, and I'm just gonna add it just somewhere here. It doesn't matter. There you go. Generate font atlas, and now this one's baked as well. I just want to note these some characters are not in here, and that's probably the 0 and percentage, I think. So those characters that probably found in the other one. So yeah, saving that, and it will just work. So what we need to do with the others is the same. So again, TextMesh Pro, font asset creator, do the Korean 9090 pixel optimum. This will do, and just not going to select any font asset. Yeah, actually I can copy it, paste, and I'm going to copy from the other one, Korean, and generate font atlas and save it as a Korean. So I'm just going to do that with all of them and create the dynamic one as well. Okay, I set up all the dynamic fonts, and what I still need to do is head to the TMP settings and add these other 4 fonts. So this was the Korean, Chinese, and Thai. Okay, and if we press play, change the language to Japanese. Yeah, Japanese, Hungarian, Korean. What else? Turkish. Which one was the Hebrew? Might be not here. But yeah, if you need fonts for Hebrew. Oh yeah, this is the Arabic. Yeah, this one does. It looks like that font that I have is containing that one. What was Russian? They have something different. Yeah. And the Chinese. Awesome. Yeah. I haven't localized this one, but you get the idea. And in here, the Chinese loading. Okay, so yeah, and one more thing. Some characters are identical in Japanese and in the simplified Chinese. And it can cause some problems. Well, I found this bug. So what happens is you press start changing the local to, for example, Chinese, and you will have some kind of error that the TextMesh Pro Atlas is missing or something like that. Don't know why it happens. It's a really strange bug. It haven't been fixed, but I did find a solution. All you need to do is go to the Japanese or whatever language you have issues with, and just go to both the dynamic and the static one. So in the dynamic, just uncheck the multi-atlas, apply, check it back, apply. And on the static one, just change it to dynamic for a second, enable multiple textures, disable it again, and change it back to static. This fixes it. I have no idea why, but that's a fix. It worked 100% of the time. It always worked for me. So you can go through all the languages if you want to be comfortable with it. But yeah, that just worked for me. So I think I covered everything. And if you are interested in similar videos like this, covering, for example, lighting, just click here and see you in the next video.